Social media. It's a tool that we all use on a daily basis, either for pleasure or work. However, learning how to use that social media is the key to a work-life balance, or in this case, a life to social media balance. I am a person that struggles with severe depression and anxiety. And there is a lot out there talking about how social media negatively affects your mental health. And I personally agree 100% with that statement. I first downloaded my first social media apps when I was in high school. My friend persuaded me to download Instagram. I downloaded it. I thought it was cool. I just posted random stuff that I thought was funny. And then I downloaded Snapchat. I originally thought Snapchat was the stupidest idea ever, and I thought that people were just posting stupid things about their day, like selfies of themselves. Or when I found out about streaks, I thought that also was very stupid. I then bit the bullet though and downloaded Snapchat as well. And I actually liked them both, but I did notice once I was involved in it, I was addicted to it. I would constantly check Instagram and Snapchat. When I started my Instagram account, I started following a lot of different car pages. As a car enthusiast, this kind of makes sense. However, the saturation of it was a little overwhelming. There was just so much car content, and it was just so difficult to keep up with, to the point where I was desensitized to everything. I then started following other types of accounts, and it's the same thing. I later got into watches. And I would just see constantly just these insane watches that are extremely difficult to get and you will probably not see in person. And this was the exact same effect that the cars had in terms of the desensitization of these particular products, just seeing them over and over and over again, all over social media, to the point where they didn't even appeal to me anymore. Noticing how this affected my mental health, I think really put everything into perspective. One really bad habit of mine that I have noticed is going on social media right when I wake up. I'll get out of bed and I won't even get out of bed. I'll stay in bed on my phone scrolling. And then sure enough, 30 minutes goes by and I started getting a headache and I just don't feel quite as good. My anxiety rates go up because of just this overwhelming amount of content being thrown at you. There is a huge dopamine rush that you get when being on social media. But the problem is, and this is just society in general today, is that we are always looking for that dopamine. And this includes myself. A perfect example is me going to the gym. I almost am addicted to that, to the point where if I don't go, I don't feel good. And that is not healthy because of the dopamine that I get. And so you also get dopamine with social media as well. However, this is not just limited to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook or Snapchat. YouTube is also a big one, and YouTube is the one I watch the most. That is where I get most of my dopamine levels. However, YouTube is less interactive and the content on there is slightly different. I feel much of the negative effects of social media have been more because of Instagram and Snapchat rather than YouTube, but I do watch a lot of YouTube. I just think that I've noticed how my body reacts to being on these different social media platforms. Instagram and Snapchat to me are the big ones. I don't really use Twitter. The only reason why I even use Twitter is because of this particular class that I am taking, digital identity. I have not gotten into the Twitter hole yet, and I'm very proud to say that because I know Twitter, it can get a little crazy with the tweets that can be posted on there, but Instagram and Snapchat is enough for me, and that enough is just very overwhelming. And what I've learned with this is how to use social media properly. By using social media to help your business or just to connect with others, I think is very great. And that was the reason why I think social media was created. And there's all these amazing people that have had amazing opportunities because of social media. However, in the same token, your mental health can be compromised. But with anything, you just need to learn how to use it properly. And this is with anything. But social media, if you use it correctly, it will help you with your life to social media balance. Some different strategies that I've learned is to first not go on social media when I wake up, and also be in the moment a little bit more. If I am somewhere with friends, I don't always have to film it to put it on my story. I can just enjoy the moment. And then I actually completely forget about doing that, because I am a person that seeks validation, and not needing to seek validation, I think, is very healthy. And that is very evident by living in the moment and not always wanting to post it on my stories so other people can see it. And that's how social media has affected my mental health. To anyone that is watching this video, I hope that you took something away from it. And just listening to my experience, hopefully, can help you change anything that you have in terms of your relationship with social media.